Well, never happy after a loss. Notre Dame, good football team. Again, I think I don't know what the record is of the three losses we got this year, but we played three pretty good football teams, and Notre Dame may be the best. Kids continue to fight. Sorry I'm a little late, but I go around the locker room and try to talk to every guy I can just to, tell them we're with them and stick with it. We got to keep fighting. But our kids are great kids. They're going to fight till the end. We left a lot of plays on the field, whether it was drop passes in the first half. I don't know how many we had. I thought Nathan played a darn good game, but too many drop passes and too many opportunities that we just missed. Whether it's falling on a fumble in the first half, whether it's recovering an surprise onside kick. I mean, there's opportunities for us. We just got to finish plays, and sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. Maybe it's a competition, maybe it's us. But I'm proud of our kids because they play hard and never quit, and we just got to keep going. Questions?
Why did you decide that this week was the right one to start using Jordan on offense?
Maybe I'm really dumb, but maybe I should have started earlier. You don't know if it's going to look like that all the time, but would he have 3 carries and 2 TDs? A couple times he just doesn't get touched, but he's an explosive player. And if he can be electric for us on offense, then we just got to keep using him. So I would imagine there'll be more of that.
Were there any of those touchdowns, those long touchdowns where the safeties were supposed to come over and help the corners?
Not really. We got to go back and look at the tape, and it's hard to tell. We just lost our leverage. We lost our leverage last week, and you give them an easy post. And I don't know what the split looked like and all those things, little things that you guys won't understand anyway. But he's a good football player. I mean, when you can't stop the run, and then he's going to throw posts on you. So we can go back there and help him and play cover 3 and keep everybody back, and then they're just going to run the ball down your throat, and you're going to say, hey, did you ever think about putting some other guys in the box? They only let us play with 11. I'd like to have 12 out there, but when you're not stopping the run, you're going to take a little bit away from that, and then they got some monsters out there as far as the tailback was good, both of them, and quarterback's a great player, Deshaun, and then they got Will Fuller out there. So pick your poison.
Did you make any adjustments during the game to try and slow down Fuller or stop him?
Yeah, I mean we did. We changed it up a little bit, but good football player. What are you going to do? I could have called you out of the stands to see if you could cover him, but I don't think that would have helped much.
You say a little bit about Juan Price had a pretty good game today.
I'll watch the tape. Obviously you say he had a pretty good game because he scores a touchdown at the end. Made a play there, but we'll watch the tape and see. But he's had pretty good year all year. But we got to stop the run and got to do some other little things better. The little things that you're probably not going to see with the naked eye. Everybody sees the touchdown, but there's a lot of other things that we need to tie up and clean up. And again, they're a good football team. They got a big offensive line and got movement up front, and our DN's got to play better. How was Dantes? He's fine. You mean at the end there?
Yeah.
Just had a cramp. I rubbed that out. He's okay.
What do you say to Nate, like during the first half when he's sort of struggling, receivers dropping balls? How do you make sure he doesn't get too down?
Well, Coach Chaney takes care of that. I mean, Coach Chaney does a great job. I mean, Nathan. You watch him at the end; they're moving his feet. I mean, it's impressive. I said to him afterwards. He's impressive in the pocket, but the guy's coming and he steps up, moves around. It looks like quarterback drills in practice. He can't do it all by himself. We got to have guys make catches. We got guys batting down balls and there's a couple of great catches out there that I thought were catches, and so you can call it incomplete all you want. What are you going to do?
There were a lot of frustrating things, like you mentioned the drop passes. There were some penalties. There was an overturned catch. How do you keep that from affecting your players?
Players play, coaches coach, and officials officiate, and that's really, always the message to our kids. And we got to finish making plays. They know it's a game of inches, and you got to get 2 hands on the ball and make plays.
Was there any thought at the end of the first half? They had the ball deep in their own territory with, I think it was about a minute to go. You had all 3 timeouts. Did you guys consider using those timeouts?
Not really. You're saying when they had the ball in the 2-minute situation at the end?
No. I think you had punted the ball back to them, and they were pinned back deep. I think there was about a minute to go, and you had the timeouts. Yeah. Maybe got the ball, but maybe forced them to kick it, maybe block, something like that.
Yeah. Well, based on the way our defense was playing, I wasn't going to give them any more time on the clock. I'm not sure which drive you're talking about, but it was, I think they took a 2-minute drive before the end of the half with 1:58 on the clock or something, and took it down the field. And I'm not sure if you're talking about that one or not, but I wasn't going to save them any time.
With Jordan, how do you sort of balance getting his explosion in on offense, but making sure you don't wear him out playing both sides?
We got to do a good job. I mean, Reggie Mitchell's back, and Pat Amaro, is very, very capable, and we got to rotate him around and get those guys playing. And if he's an explosive guy on offense, which he showed to be today, I'm sure Duke will be ready for him. And he's worked on protections too, so we've got him, schooled up. It's not like he just had those plays today. We've worked his protections, and so he's slowly picking those up as well. So I probably shouldn't even say slowly. He's a pretty smart kid.
Was that something kind of all season you thought you would probably do, or is it develop?
Yeah, it's something we've thought about, and we're just waiting for the right time to do it, and really giving those tailbacks a chance to make a play. And we've done a great job pounding the ball inside and getting the yards that our offensive line's given to us, but it was just time to grab another package and let Jordan go play.
You did a lot of mixing and matching on the defensive line. It looked like you had some injuries, at least at one point.
Mm-hmm.
What's the thought process there as far as just trying to get the right guy in there?
I'm trying to get the right guy in there, seeing what's happening inside, and obviously we had a couple guys banged up in there, so just trying to find the right combination and give guys opportunities to show up. Maybe if some guys aren't getting it done, then put somebody else in there, maybe they get it done. So sometimes you're surprised what happens on game day. Sometimes you got a guy that maybe doesn't practice as well, but they've all, whether it's Taleni or Moody, those guys have worked hard and deserved a chance to go out there and see if they could do something.
Did things stand out to you during the game on what Notre Dame was able to do to maybe make things a little tougher on Tyler, or was it a matter of some plays not being finished?
Probably plays finished, but until you watch the tape, it's hard to say that.
Coach, coming off of 2 tough losses, what do you have to do to get these guys ready for another big game at Duke?
What do we got to do? I mean, you only get 12 guaranteed opportunities. I think our kids are fired up. That's, at the end of the talk with those guys in there, we get to go down and play Duke. We're playing for an ACC championship. And, Notre Dame is not in our way of an ACC championship. We got to go down and take care of business and go 3-0 at the end of the season. And you know what? You finish with a 9-win season. I think it's a great start. And, that's our goal. And our guys, we won't have a problem. We got great kids, and we're going to have no problem getting that done. They're thinking about Duke right now, probably.
Was Tyreek injured at all? Tyreek?
He got banged up a little bit. I thought he was going to come back. He wasn't sure, but he just said, "Coach, I didn't want to hurt the team. I felt like I wasn't 100%," which, I can understand that. Respect him for that.
Same thing with Terrace. Did he kind of get hurt there? Or?
He did, but I think he came back, I believe, didn't he? I think T-Web came back. I have to go check. There's a lot of guys out there running in and out, but I think he came back. But he just got a little dinged. Okay.